Good evening, YouTubers. Tonight, I would like to discuss a new voting system that has recently been invented or has been used for the first time. The Himalayan Kingdom of Bhutan has recently transitioned into democracy, and they have just come up with their new parliamentary voting system. It's unique, it's an interesting idea, but I would not advocate it personally after you hear the details. Basically, the Bhutanese parliamentary voting system is similar to the United States in the sense that only two parties are allowed into the parliament. Everybody is forced into party A and party B. I don't like it. I think it's undemocratic. That's why I think the United States is not the greatest democracy in the world, because their voting system, I really hate the two-party system. But the Bhutanese voting system is actually better than the United States voting system. So it's better than the United States voting system, and they've now transitioned into democracy. So it is a good step towards democracy. It is a good leap to democracy, to become all of a sudden more democratic than the United States, although still not democratic enough for my personal tastes. Here's how the system basically works. Only two parties are allowed in Parliament. Each member of Parliament is elected from a single member district, but in the general election there are only two candidates in each district. Because this is something of a two-round system. That's in the general election, in the second round of voting. The first round of voting is to decide which two political parties will be in Parliament, whether it be the government and the opposition. There will be one government party and one opposition party. The first round of voting actually is between the parties. The two parties with the most votes get to set forward candidates in the districts. Are you following me so far? So the two parties with the most votes out of maybe, let's say, 5 to 10 registered political parties. Bhutan is a relatively small country with not so big a population, so there won't be too many parties vying for the opportunity to register, to become, a party. So let's say there was like 5 or 6 parties or 10 parties, for the sake of argument. The two parties with the most votes in the first round get to set one candidate each in each district in the second round, in the general election. Now, this system is better than the United States. I would advocate that if the United States introduced this, it would be a very good step forward to creating a multi-party system. It's not perfect and I don't like it, but it would be a good step forward if the United States introduced this. Basically, for American viewers, get ready for this. If this system were implemented in the United States, if you despise the Republicans and the Democrats so much, you can throw them all out in one big sweep in the first round. So if, say, the Democrats got third place out of the list of parties of which preferred party you want, all the Democratic congressmen will be thrown out and replaced with candidates from another party. Whether it be the governing party or the opposition, if you don't like the political establishment, you can throw them all out in one go in the first round. So, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and then let's say there's the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, and maybe two other ones, 6 parties. Let's say you could, in theory, if they get less votes, the Democrats and the Republicans could be thrown out all in one go, and they will be replaced by 2 new parties. For the sake of argument, let's say the Republicans are replaced by the Libertarian Party and the Democrats are replaced by the Green Party. So you can throw out the entire establishment if you hate them. They will all be gone. The disadvantage, of course, to this system is some districts like their member of parliament, like their MP, or their congressman or congresswoman. So if their party were to lose in the first round, they automatically would lose their seat, despite the fact that they're very popular in their own district. Maybe their party per se is not popular. You see how this works? So, I personally wouldn't advocate this system, but I would advocate it in the United States. Thanks for listening.